Hello and a very warm welcome to Rödl & Partner presents The Lighthouse, talks with our India experts. Today's episode is an illuminating journey into the rising power of India in the global business landscape. Joining me are two distinguished guests from Rödl & Partner, a global firm renowned for its advisory strength in international markets. We are honored to have Mr. Alexander Kutsch, the Global Managing Partner, offering us a high-level view of India's place in Ruraland Partners' Asia and worldwide strategy. Alongside him is Mr. Rahul Oza, Head of the West and South India region. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Rahul, for joining us for the Lighthouse series, and very warm welcome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Great to be here.
So, Alex, you have taken up the Asia responsibility since January 2025. So, are you excited? And if yes, then why?
Well, a very exciting journey lies before us, before me. Asia and India, it not only has a rich history and culture, but it really has an absolutely fascinating future. We are expecting high growth. We are expecting that the further shift of the economic center to this Asian and Indian region. So for us, for Rödl & Partner, it's great to be here. It's the right time and it's the right place.
So Alexander, as you mentioned about India, so let me focus on India. We heard that it's not the first time that you're visiting India. So do you notice any big change between your first visit and this visit?
Absolutely. I've been here the first time 12 years ago. You already could see and feel the changes, the sparks of innovation. But in the last years, you could see the new infrastructure projects, ports, airports, railways. You could see the political changes, I think, to the better. And you could see how India indeed has become an economic powerhouse. So that's really interesting also for our clients who are really looking on this market.
Yes, yes. So Rahul, how do you see India's business over next decade?
Well, Anushrii, I see it very, very positive. Because the last decade, India has really spent a lot of focus on reforming the economic environment by having structured tax, financial and regulatory reforms which make India a much more interesting investment hub for foreign investments.
Alex, my next question goes to you. Where do you see the major investment from the German companies to India?
Well, in the past, for German and European companies, India has been considered mainly as an offshoring hub for IT services, for IT innovations. But I think it has changed. Also due to political reforms, India really positions itself as a production, as a manufacturing hub. So this is really interesting, especially for automotive, for German pharmaceutical companies and manufacturing companies. So I would say from those branches, there might be a lot of investments to India.
Well, if I may add one thing, I think the good thing is that from one extreme, we are not going to another extreme that now only manufacturing. GCCs, as you rightly said, is still very important. We have already more than 1,500 global capability centers in India.
Yeah.
And it is expected at least to cross 2,000 in a very short period.
Great, great. So am I correct to say that India plays an integral role in the global supply chain? Well,
the politics of supply chain really has changed. Due to Corona pandemic or other geopolitical shocks, the companies are really looking for de-risking, also with regard to supply chains. So I think the future will be that there will be various supply chains. And in this supply chain, India will play a crucial role.
So Alex, where does India fit in Rödl & Partners' global strategy?
India plays an integral priority in our global strategy. It's a crucial pillar. We already have 6 locations in India with Ahmedabad, Mumbai, Pune, Delhi, Bangalore and Chennai. We will grow even further because we made a promise to our clients that we are there where they need us.
So what role does India play in Asia's business ecosystem?
The Asian ecosystem is huge and it's so full of variety. I think India really stands out because it is a stable democracy and now it's the largest market with more than 1.4 billion people. I think that multinationals, they have a very diversified look on the region. And there is industries and there is business models where it's interesting to look at South Asian countries or China. However, India will always play a big role now, not only for innovation, not only for the service industry and IT industry, but also for production and even becoming an R&D center to form partnerships.
So we've been speaking about the opportunities and the growth. Rahul, I would like to ask you, what are the challenges that the investors might face who are entering the Indian market?
See, a foreign investment is always a little bit complicated. It has always challenges, and you should just be prepared what kind of challenges you may have. The Indian regulatory framework is not the easiest, but it's very digital and it has been quite transformed over the past years, as I mentioned earlier. You have to be well prepared by selecting your business strategy, your products, and your region where you want to, within India, invest.
So Alex and Rahul, my last question goes to both of you. What is your advice for the firms who want to enter the Indian market?
To me, it's quite obvious. Have a clear goal, have a clear strategy, and then think big for India. India is the market to be, and the time has come.
Absolutely, I totally agree with what you said. I would additionally suggest have a good strategy, have a good product portfolio. If you manufacture, do have a diversified approach where a certain portion is for the export market and then you further develop the domestic market. And don't underestimate the requirement of a good leadership in India.
Thank you so much, Alex and Rahul. I think this was a wonderful conversation. And after this, I can say that India's time is now. And we're not here only talking about potential, but also the performance. And India and Germany share values. So there is a huge scope of deeper trade, investment, and global collaboration. Once again, thank you, Alex and Rahul, for joining us today and taking out time for the Lighthouse series.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Thank you. And thank you so much for watching Rödl & Partner presents The Lighthouse, talks with our India experts. We'll be back with many more such interesting conversations. Till then, stay safe, stay updated, and stay tuned.